Caitlin Clark injury recovery. Here's what we know about Fever Star's return progress. Indiana Fever superstar Caitlin Clark has not played in a WNBA game since injuring her right groin on July 15 in a win over the Connecticut Sun. The injury, which is one of several Clark has suffered this season, has sidelined her with no set timetable for return. However, that doesn't mean Clark isn't working her way back toward a return to play, even amid a cautious approach to recovery this time around. What is the injury? The exact nature of Clark's injury has not been publicly revealed. Of course, the fact that it was to the groin area was evident for everyone to see in the aforementioned Sun contest, as Clark was visibly shaken by the injury, perhaps due to a combination of the timing being right before the All-Star game in Indianapolis and the realization that she had a long road to recovery ahead of her. Clark had imaging done the next day, and according to comments made by coach Stephanie White then, the MRI could not have revealed a high-grade strain. I consider it good news. Just because, for me, if it's anything that we're talking about day to day, it's always good news for me, White said at time, but what that didn't take into consideration was the bevy of injuries Clark has accumulated throughout the 2025 season. The Fever star was held out of a preseason game due to quad tightness, missed another 3 weeks of action as a result of a quadriceps strain toward the beginning of the season, and was sidelined for 2 more weeks with a groin issue on the left side following a game against the Seattle Storm on June 24, all that before this latest ailment. The concern was enough that Clark went for further evaluations following All-Star weekend. Fortunately, those showed no further damage, much to the relief of everyone in the organization. However, in the wake of those evaluations, the Fever made it clear what the approach would be this time around. Clark will continue working with the Fever medical team on her recovery and rehabilitation, with a priority on her long-term health and well-being. There is no timetable available for Clark's return, and no additional details will be provided at this time. Any further updates will be shared as they become available, the team said in a statement. Translation: Clark's return to game action would be slow-played in order to avoid another setback and to get her back on the floor at as close to 100% as possible.